Back when I was in uni, my best friend in the whole world. This was the first person I ever called my best friend. Slept with my man.
Oh no.
Yeah, made me have a
Ish.
lot of conversations,
Yeah.
questions about adult friendships, because you know that friendships are so easy when we're younger.
Yes.
When it's
of
just, oh,
course.
what are you went to school? I'm going to London this summer. Can I come and see you in your house? And it's just like cute and nice. But then as we grow older, we realize how female friendships, for starters, are very complex.
Yes.
And I think they get more toxic because of envy.
Mhm.
And if we as women looked at each other and celebrated ourselves for who we truly were,
Mm.
it would be a lot easier to have friends.
Mm.
Rather, why is it her?
And
That
not me.
and not me.
Mm.
You shouldn't ask those questions. Fan they blow everybody.
Mm.
I
If you
wonder.
blow here, you go blow there. If you
So
blow
more,
here,
even though
Birds
you
fly,
so
they're
no
not
go
hitting
stand
each
what-
other.
Do you,
Like, I
do you
don't
know what I mean?
understand it.
It's not. And
Yeah.
sometimes we can also take things to heart.
Mm.
But I've learned over the years, go do here.
Mm. Too late. Sometimes
Sabi
only
kolo
today.
to
They
Yeah.
carry it.
No,
They
it
carry
not
it.
reach.
No,
You
it
know,
doesn't
it's
reach at
because
all.
life's too short
Exactly.
to go on and on about niggly things.
When you say niggly things, let's put things in different boxes, because it's nice
Even
for-
a man should not come between two
Yeah,
friends.
but I think
But
that
that issue with them is female friendships aren't always honest.
I
They're
mean, I
not
was waiting
always
for
honesty.
honest.
Yes.
It's the honesty.
It's the lack of honesty, because really, if they were as close as they both thought they were, they would have both told each other earlier on that this guy
I'm making
is
an
Sunday.
excuse.
It's always like, yeah, let's communicate. Yes, it's
Yeah.
easier said than done. But then, were there things in society today?
Yes.
You know, when your friend's man is getting over familiar.
Fresh.
Yes,
You know, girl, why are you having dinner with someone that you knew that you're
No,
pregnant?
honestly, that's just typical.
It looks like the hot
never.
You've never ever looked at
Ever.
your friend's man and thought,
Never. I mean,
They
if
don't
it's
do 'em to
hot,
you
I would
before.
check. Yes, it's happened to me before actually.
So-
But I had already broken up with him. So my friend dated him after.
Were you okay with
That's
them
okay.
dating?
I was okay.
Let's be honest. Were you really, really okay?
Well, maybe subconsciously I was like, so I have to be careful. Maybe I
Let
need to
you
look out
go.
for you. You know what I mean?
Why?
But it didn't matter to me. And they went on to date and get married.
So you
Yeah, I didn't die.
Okay,
you know,
but-
I had no more feelings for him anymore.
Instead,
mine didn't even happen once.
Okay.
Mine happened twice. I mean, I had someone. I would really talk about the second one. 'Cause I
Yeah.
didn't give a. So we stayed together.
You and the guy?
The girl.
The girl, okay, kept being friends.
It being friends. You know,
Okay.
she stayed at mine.
Oh, wait, no, back. You were dating somebody and she had something to do with the person while you were dating someone.
Oh,
She
wow.
even married him.
Oh, okay.
Somebody get me out of this chair.
No,
And
listen.
you stayed
one
friends?
Things happen,
That one
man.
hurt. I didn't stay friends with this one because she's no longer there in the marriage.
And that they used to cane the first wife.
Yeah.
Is under the bed.
I mean, we'll get there later, but I want to know, because I think it's very easy for us to, we hear stories like this, but I want to know how you walk through being friends with someone that did that kind of thing to you. And I want you to be honest with me. Did it ever make you question the friendship? Because you can put a blanket answer and say, life is not hard, which you said
I'm
earlier.
going
And I'm
to be
like,
honest here. So because there are two people here, the first one, yeah, I do question the fact. I questioned the second one. I didn't carry on with the friendship.
okay.
Yeah, I cut
So
her
you
off.
didn't stick around.
I cut her off immediately because that hit so bad. And the thing is, not because I wanted to marry him or anything. I didn't know what he did for a living, even though he said he did one thing. I wasn't quite sure. But could you deliver a letter? And then from delivering the letter, this person, when I discuss these things with my own husband now, and he's looking at me and wondering, how do people just make it seem like it's drinking water? And I said, well,
do you know what it is for me? I don't mean to cut you short. I feel like it's not about the, I like how we're not even addressing the men yet, because someone is watching this and thinking, why are we not keeping the same energy for the men? Listen, sis, for me, what is a respect thing.
Yes, it's
a,
respect.
If a nigga sends me to give
Exactly.
say a letter, and that says man, Oh
Give him
boy,
the
give the
letter and
letter.
keep
What
it
if I
keep it
respect you
going.
enough? Why am I even going to entertain him calling me at 10 in the night?
No. That's the thing. That's the girl code. That's the thing
It's a thing that you don't break.
that you don't break.
But and then the same manner in which you walk in, half the time you're never there. That's what happens. And
Yeah.
so with the first one that happened to me was a bit of that's the one that prepared me for everything else I saw. You know, it happened and she broke the news to me and said,
Oh, she broke the
She-
news.
oh yeah,
Wow, ballsy.
she did. Yeah.
Oh,
We
I beg,
friends.
where did you find this kind of people?
I
Maybe
don't
you-
know. No, she told me.
But had you
and so
broken
right
up
now,
with the
let
guy?
me say no.
Had you broken
no,
up with the
funny
guy?
enough. Mm-mm, I
When
hadn't.
she
No, we hadn't.
They started seeing each other
Yes.
while you were still dating the guy,
Yeah.
and she just told you.
Oh, this was me and my best friend at the time. We were friends for a very long time from when we were in
Oops, don't
secondary
you do
school.
that?
And she starts dating this guy,
Mm.
and then he's toasting me at the same time. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to extricate myself
Myself.
from
Good.
this situation.
Mhm.
To the point that there was a night that we went out and it was late. They had locked the gates.
Mm.
That time lag now. You know when
Yeah,
you, all those Sabo
those-
Yaba
that you have to now
places,
stay and wait for them,
apartments.
yeah.
Yeah. So we had to now rent a place, like a guest house. So
Oh, don't
he
tell
was
me.
here.
They-
Listen,
In bed.
he in bed.
Oh
He was
Because
here.
this has happened to me before.
She was in
Sha.
the middle,
And
I
I
was
was-
over here. And this nigga is stretching his wrinkly hands
Across.
across
Oh.
to touch me, girl. I told her.
How did she take it?
Eventually,
She turned it for me.
we stopped being friends for a while
I know.
because
It's so
it
predictable.
was about the
Yeah.
relationship and what she was trying to get out of, which I could understand.
Yeah,
But I extricated myself. And you know,
Yeah.
that's the girl code.
yeah.
So she knows that even if another guy comes in front of my friend,
Mhm.
she's not going to do that. She's going to tell
My case,
But
the
some
guy
girls-
and the girl had to go. Like for
Uh-huh.
me, it was a case of you're my best friend, and I'm gonna be honest, and that's why I love this movie so much.
Yes.
I hurt more for the loss of my friendship with the girl than the
than
guy.
the guy.
You know, that's always a thing.
Absolutely.
I love.
That's what we have
the
so
guy
much.
did. The guy was just there. He hurt, and people would say maybe because you guys were not that serious. I don't think so. I think that was my sister.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if like
Not
the
yes,
erection will happen and it will like 5 minutes, 10 minutes is
Found
over.
away.
This is really uncensored.
Well,
Found a
that's
way.
what podcasts are like. Sis. And you can't tell me off. I'm much younger than you, but yes, you wanna,
It's
they
my
happen.
show.
It's my. But what I meant,
Then what?
the brokenness that you inflict on someone else who
Exactly.
loved
see.
you
Exactly.
genuinely
Exactly.
is worse for me. So sometimes when people say women give the energy to the other woman, this is the reason why. We are not excusing men for bad behavior.
No.
It's because sometimes you hurt more when
When
your
your
it's your
sister-
girl.
when
like
your
you, there are
sister-
1,001.
Some
you
women
carry.
don't have even guilt.
No, they don't have conscience.
They don't have conscience. Do you understand? So
Yeah, but what makes a
Toyin
person
was-
get to that point where you don't even have conscience?
no,
It's the
like I
lie
don't
that
understand.
has to
There's
be-
trauma
there has to be
somewhere,
something,
childhood,
trauma.
something
Yeah,
happened.
and it's
you
a
know,
lie
like,
that they constantly tell themselves. You know, you have
Absolutely.
to sometimes.
But when you
find-
sit on the bug, don't you tell yourself the truth?
some people don't tell themselves the truth.
On the bug?
On the
That's
bog.
the one place you tell
Or in the
yourself truth.
shower when water is like,
True.
you know.
You know, when you sat there, your
There's
life...
No, but you know what? You know what I
convinced of
feel?
what
I feel
they're
like they
doing.
tell themselves the truth, but sometimes they have to make you the bad person to carry on with what they're doing.
Hi guys, welcome to Life with Queeness. If this is the first time you're coming, I want to say thank you for coming. I'm outside by the way, so please pardon me if you're hearing noises here and there, okay? Thank you so very much for coming. Now, if this is your first time, you are in the right place. Do tap the red button, tap the notification button so you'll be the first to know once I upload a new video, okay? And if you're a returning subscriber, I don't take it for granted. I always say that because I love you genuinely from my heart. All right, so the podcasts by Tok Makanwa that we just watched, I wanted us to watch it and just look at it and think about it. You know, I am one person who is big on friendship. I love female friendship a lot. There's no way in this life that we'll just live without having somebody we can do tete-a-tete with. You know what I mean? You can do small gossip with. You can laugh, you know, without being judged. You can maybe share a few things with. All right, somebody you call a friend, somebody who always got your back. whether in a workplace, in school, anywhere you find yourself. Friendship is beautiful. It is beautiful because, we thrive in connectivity. We thrive in our being valued, loved, cherished, okay? And interpersonal communication, you cannot take it away from anybody because we are social beings, all right? And that's why we like to socialize. I know some people will come on the DM and say, no, I don't have friends, I don't know. Well, it could be your own idea of life, but for me, I cannot close up and say I don't have friends. Okay, if I see that there are issues, I will look out for those things, and once I see them there, I will count that person as not being my friend, and then I move on. That doesn't mean I will not have friends. There are also people who are been very opportuned and graced to have the best of friends, and they still thrive on it. All right, so having said that, I'm sure you watched the podcast and you saw what they were actually talking about female friendship, and that came about by Dakora and Inseit Baiten film they produced called Sunny Affair. All right, so you can go watch that, or go to cinema and watch it, or on Netflix, wherever, and maybe get more, because that was just them trying to discuss the idea behind the movie, and it was basically about female friendship. And on this platform, so many of my friends had also made videos about female friendship. Some are against female friendship, some are for female friendship, whatever. But the message I want to send out this morning is to tell you that when you are in a relationship with people, take your time to study them. Find out if those people are not coming for something. If they genuinely love you, they will not hurt you. That's the truth. Okay? Because most female friendships are built on dishonesty. I'm a 9 to 5 person, and in the office, you see that some people just see you, they like your face, they like that you are posh, they like that you dress so well, they like that you drive a posh car, and that's the only reason why they are coming. They're not coming because of your personality, or because they say the husband is a big politician, or the husband is a professional and his name rings bell in the city, and then they come to you. That is not a good relationship. So when they come, they intend to get the information they want. They intend to be sneaky. They intend to find out why you glow, why you're so happy. They tend to know if there's any means by which they can take your boyfriend or your man or your husband from you. All right, so sometimes we also make the mistake of just allowing people jump into our life without us taking our time to study if these people are actually coming because of us. I will tell you a story. When I saw that video, the first thing that came to my mind was the first relationship I had in my workplace. I know the person might see it, but I don't give a hoot. All right. The first relationship, we almost came in almost at the same time, and this person she was so pretty, blah blah. People were just flocking around her until they discovered that, some people, you can be pretty, but I mean, you understand what I mean. So they will give assignments. Okay, at some point, okay, we're in same church at the time, so because of the church thing, we got to know, not actually because anybody went to each other. It was just that church, we were in the same church we see on Sundays, and I was like, okay. Oh, she was like, you in some office? Yeah. So we exchanged greetings, and then from there we became friends. Then I was actually also trying to work on my weight. I had weight issues. I just had a baby, and my weight was out of the roof, so, and she was a gym freak. At some point, they had registered in one of the biggest clubs in my city. So, and Oga was not ready to go and become a member there, so there was no way I could go there. So what she was doing was, by 5 a.m. in the morning, she would call me, I would drive down, and then we'll go to the club together. Just that jogging. It was only jogging, not running. We just jog, and that was how we started building that relationship. So they'll give us assignments in the office, assignments to do, assignment that borders around what we studied. So they give you something to do, or something they want, a collective, I don't know how to explain it, but a collective assignment, for everyone to do, and then you submit it. I was her friend and she couldn't do those assignments. I didn't discuss that with anybody. Sometimes she'll call me on the phone. I say, okay, just because I wanted her to make an input, do something, like something that you went to school. Okay, 6 years is not here. Try and see if you can do something, and then from there I will leverage on that, maybe help out completely. I didn't want it to look as though I was the only person doing that, and I wanted her so that we don't know anybody, we don't know ourselves. I'm different. She might do that with another person, and before you say the person can tell the authorities that, listen, this person is not fit, I've been the one doing this for her. So I will always urge her that I want you to do something. That way you become confident, because most times the problem we have is that most people might be lacking confidence without knowing that they actually that's what the problem is, and not because they don't know what to do. So I will encourage her and all that. I did all that I could do, and then she will still come and tell me, I tried doing this, I couldn't do that. At the end of the day, in fact, one of the ones that she brought one time, God help me, I didn't know, I didn't believe what I saw. That is the truth. So we had to sit down and start. Then I had done my assignment. The assignment was supposed to at least one. That means you can do more than one. So I did 2 for myself. So when she came, and that was the last day, we were supposed to submit it that day. So when she came, I was like, okay, just try and do something so that we can submit together. So she came, and I was like, so let's do it this way. At the end of the day, I came up with, I was able to do an assignment for her. Do you know what she said? She said, but you have 2. Why not do 2 for me? I said, why should I do 2 for you? I'm struggling to even do 1 because I am tensed. I have the other ones that I did it in the middle of the night when people were sleeping. I had to wake up to think clearly to do it. And instead of you being appreciative that you had somebody who was able to help you, you're giving me, you're telling me I should have done 2 for you. I was a little bit upset, but that was by the way. But why am I telling you this story? Over time, as that relationship was going on, I started feeling drained because I was not actually getting anything in return. It's not to say that friendship should be transactional, but the truth is that there has to be something that both of you get from that relationship, so it doesn't look one-sided. I started feeling drained. I started feeling, uncomfortable. The only time we gist and lie is when we're talking about the latest dress, the latest designer, the latest, when you have. And for me, that is a red flag. All right. So there are other things that you will see. You just know that you're not caught up for this person. You move on before other things happen. Someone like me, I think I've said that in a fora where I had a friend. She was a very good friend. And the husband, this was not boyfriend, the husband, who then I was looking for a house. When I was doing my master's, I was looking for an accommodation. So the husband opted on his own. I don't know if he had been thinking about something and had made passes and I didn't even see that, but opted that there was a place he was going to show me. He discussed that with the wife. He didn't discuss that. So the wife called me and said, yeah, have you gotten an accommodation? I said, not yet. So she said, okay, that the hubby said there was somewhere they saw, that was somewhere he knew that those people are yet to collect money for rent and all that, that he said he would want to take me to the place. Husband. So what actually happened was that I came to their house and he was like, okay, so let's move. Innocently, I went into the car and we went to the place. We got to the place, yes. He wasn't lying. We got to the place. But what actually shocked me was when the man was now making passes, telling me he can take care of my rent, he can get me everything I want, he can do this, do that. He was making promises upon promises, and in my mind I was like, I didn't tell my friend that I didn't have money to pay for my rent. I have never discussed with this man. Okay, I like my space. I don't go to my friend's house so that me and the husband will, no, I don't do that. So how come the man is not telling me about rent and all that? So why am I saying this? If I hadn't respect for that, my friend, if I don't even have respect for myself as a person, something would have happened. The man kept pressuring me. Remember, because we were going to that place, he collected my number there so that if those people went there and those people said they were still waiting for the landlord also. So he subtly told me, since I wouldn't be coming to check when the landlord, let him collect my number so that he will always tell me when the house is ready. And I gave him the number. And he kept calling. He kept calling. In the middle of the night, he's calling. At the wee of the morning, he's calling. And I'm like, what the hell? What's happening here? Okay, so why am I saying this? Women should learn to respect. First of all, respect yourself. Respect who you call your friend. If you don't like the person, just move away. Respect who you call your friend. Refuse to be in competition with anybody. Refrain from competitive spirits. It's not going to get anybody anyway. Of course, you saw when they were laughing. The person that took her man, they got married. The marriage did not last. Today, she's out. Okay? That's all I want to say in this video. And what I didn't tell is that I never told my friend. I wanted to tell her, but I was thinking, how would I tell her? I said, I don't want to be the one that will bring katakata in. I just quietly one day sent a text message. I said, please, I beg you in the name of God, don't ever call this number if you don't want to be disgraced. And I think he got the message. And that was the end of it. This is the end of this video for now. I love you as usual. Remember, you're worth more than diamonds. You're the best creation on earth, highly favored and graced by God. Bye for now.